Doors are an important part of any cab remodeling job. Some doors may be fine as is, and doors that are scuffed but not damaged can often be buffed back to respectability by a metalworking company. In this video, we're going to show you how to use stainless steel to reclad a door that couldn't otherwise be saved. Begin by removing the door and laying it on a flat work surface. This door has a plastic laminate surface, and looking closely at the edge, you can see how it goes together. The metal binder on the edge of the door is both decorative and structural. It protects the edge of the laminate from chipping. The first thing you need to do is remove the binder by drilling through the rivets that hold it to the door. There may be other fasteners along the back of the door. Check for and remove them if they're there. Once you've removed the fasteners, pry off the binder. Now it's time to remove the laminate. In some cases, it will peel off very easily. If the laminate is stubborn, however, you can scrape it off with an ice spud or floor scraper. You'll also have to remove the adhesive that holds the laminate in place. Wipe the surface down with lacquer thinner and scrape up the glue with a putty knife. Work in a well-ventilated room and wear a respirator. Note how we've protected the door track hardware by wrapping it in packing plastic. Once the glue is off, take a good look at the substrate. If it's solid, like it was on this door, you can apply the cladding directly on top of it. If it's loose, remove it and give the surface a final cleaning with an auto body grinder. Here comes the new stainless steel surface with its protective coating still attached. Make sure you test the fit and size of the new cladding before you attach it. The J-bend on the cladding wraps around the same edge of the door that held the binder. Bar clamps will help pull the piece home. Use one at each end and protect the J-bend with a piece of wood. If everything looks good, take off the cladding. In this case, a piece of hardware was slightly proud of the surface and we're grinding it down. Sand the inside surface of the cladding so that the door has a textured surface to grab. Use an orbital sander rather than an auto body grinder. The grinder generates so much heat that the marks that it makes telegraph through to the front of the cladding. Clean the sanded surface by wiping it down with lacquer thinner. To extend the life of the bond, we use both contact cement and construction adhesive to hold the cladding in place. Areas that get construction adhesive, such as the J-bend, have to be masked to keep them free of contact cement. We mask it off with a 1x3. Then we put down a plywood pattern to mask off an area for the construction adhesive on the surface of the door. We're positioning the mask carefully so that we can mask off a matching area on the door. Contact cement can be brushed on, rolled on, or sprayed on. All work equally well. Apply adhesive along the edges first, concentrating on covering the area well. Contact cement needs to be applied to both surfaces to get a good bond. Mask off an area for construction adhesive, measuring so the masked area will align with the one on the cladding. Let the glue dry for a good 15 minutes, and then put dowels on the glued surface. The cladding and the door will stick together the minute they touch, and the dowels keep the surfaces from touching until you're ready. Apply construction adhesive to the masked off areas. Unlike contact adhesive, it only needs to go on one surface. Before you position the cladding, make sure you apply adhesive along the inside of the J-bend. Put the cladding up on dowels and align the top and bottom. It may take a mallet to move it. When everything's aligned, pull it tight with some clamps and a 2x4. Removing the dowels and seating the new cladding is a two-man job. Start by removing the clamps. They'll only get in the way. Then have one worker lift and hold the free edge to prevent the surfaces from touching, while the other worker removes the dowels. Ease the stainless steel in place as if you were smoothing it out. Work from the J-bend to the free edge to keep the free edge from touching in the wrong spot. Here's what the new surface is going to look like, but for now, it's best to leave the protective coating in place. Before we're done with the door, we need to rivet the back edge of the J-bend in place. Put some cardboard on the work surface to protect the new cladding, and turn the door over. Even though everything is glued in place, it's still possible for there to be a slight gap at the J-bend. Close it up with clamps, lay out holes for the rivets, and drill them. Peel back the protective plastic before you rivet. Otherwise, a piece of plastic will get trapped under the head and be difficult to remove. Once you've riveted the cladding in place, you're ready to install the door. And here's the finished job.